Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Oh, Beach FM 106.3. It's time to talk sport and catch up with my good friend, John MacBeth. John, how are you?
Hey, you've lost me.
Yeah, no, I haven't. No, you see, it was on audition, and that's what people. Whoops. Yeah, you see, people do. People do that in here, and they put it on. Yeah, I know. It's not.
Can you hear me? That's the main thing.
Yeah, I can hear you. You sound good. You sound very, very good. Okay, rugby over the weekend. I tell you what, I thought the North-South game was one of the better rugby games I've seen for a while. It was excellent.
Well, it was plenty of entertainment. You know, I kept thinking to myself, you were naming an All Black team after this, however, and I don't think anyone like England or that would have been too concerned about what they saw. But it showed us an example of the talent that's out there, the new talent that's coming through. I must admit, Ron, that if half the All Black team walks through my front door, I wouldn't be able to identify them. There's new players popping up all over the place. But there was good skill. They entertained, and I thought it was really, as we talked earlier, you know, something for Sky to put on and something for the viewers to have a look at, because we've been starved of live sport. And in that regard, it was really very, very good.
Yeah, and I think it's a good idea too. I mean, it started a long time back when they played the North-South game. Well, they haven't been doing it for about 30 years. So, you know, it's good that it gets into this slot, and I hope it continues because it's great for the game. Well,
there's a couple of generations of young people out there who don't even know about a North-South, the inter-island, and how much it meant to New Zealand rugby. Back in the days when we might have only had 3 tests or not even any tests in a season, the North-South game was really a fantastic event. And it included, in those days, people from the minor provinces. You know, your home area of Nelson and mine of Timaru, you know, South Canterbury, would have players getting into the North or the South Island team, as reflecting us. But now it tends to be made up of, and people expect it to be, Crusaders and Highlanders and so on. So to see the players coming out for their original province was really good. You know, Aaron Smith playing for the North Island, for example, it didn't seem right, did it? But there he was. And so I think it should stay there. It's already gathered a lot of enthusiasm from spectators and fans. And I was looking back to 1986 when that last one, the last of the traditional North-South games, was played. Ron, it was played in Oamaru, and I remember doing the commentary on it for radio. And I afterwards, or at the end of the season, I looked at the New Zealand Rugby Almanac, which is the Bible of rugby fans around the country, and it stated, when it was looking at the midfield backs around the country, it just said Frank Bunce was lucky, a surprise selection on the North Island team, and he was out of his depth. And, well, about 3 or 4 years later, he was, you know, numero uno in the world, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that happens. I see that Highlanders are set to turn to Tony Brown as a new head coach. Now, there's a lot of people saying, well, you know, he's not good enough to do that. I can't see that point. Surely he's not good enough.
No, I can't either.
Yeah.
Well, was he not the head coach before he went to Japan, or...
No, he was number 2.
Just Otago.
Yeah.
Oh, number 2 to Jamie Joseph.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. No, I think any country in the world would like to have Tony Brown on board, whether it's as a head coach or attack coach or defence coach. And he's an Otago man, and I think there is a fair bit of that sort of feeling in some areas. You know, would like to have an Otago man. He's a cult hero, and mind you, that doesn't win you any games, but the fact that he's also proven to be a very astute coach, as he did, as showed with Joseph at the World Cup last year. You know, there was a Tony Brown mark stamped all over the performances of the Japanese team, and I think the Highlanders would be just desperate to get him on board. I feel sorry for Aaron Major. I think he's got great qualities as a coach, and he may not be finished. He might just, you know, turn around and come back strongly with someone else and continue to forge a really good career.
Yeah, I hope so too. It's pretty tough. Let's talk about. I see. This is amazing. George Bennett, Kiwi rode 9 Tour de France stages with a suspected broken rib. That's tough, aren't they?
Can you imagine Novak Djokovic doing that, playing a tennis match? No. It'd be all over the news. He would be seeking sympathy and things. Gosh, he's my favourite sports person to not like, I must say. But yeah, that's gutsy stuff from Bennett. But cyclists are like that. You know, unless their bike's broken, they'll continue to ride no matter what, it seems.
Oh, yeah, I know, tough. It's tough for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
mad, I think.
Well, a little bit. But mind you have to be, don't you?
Yes.
I see the new coach for the Warriors is prepared for the Warriors to remain in Australia for 2021. That's virtually all closed up already.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a big call, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mind you, I think they've got to be prepared for that. There's no use ending this season and saying, oh, well, that's it, it's all over. Next year we'll be out of New Zealand and everything will be hunky-dory, because the chances are that we won't be. We'll still be hunkering down. Yeah,
you did right. So, you know, they've got to go through this performance. All right, mate, as always, thanks for talking to us. And
no trouble,
I'm pleased that you've got everything done in the garage now and you can have some dinner.
Not quite.
Yeah, well, not quite, but not quite. All right, buddy. Hey, listen.
It was good to catch up with your mates there at Beach FM last week with T and the team. It was really good to catch up with them and chat about stuff and, I'm finding out about your shift and all that sort of thing. It's great, and things are going well. The station's sounding really good, mate.
No, that's good, buddy. We'll talk later in the week, eh? Try and
Cheers.
catch up.
Okay.
See you, bud. That is John MacBeth with us here on your live and local station, Beach FM.
106.3 Beach FM.